He's pretty amazing. And also I did a lot of scenes with Lana, and I think that she's intensely interesting and brilliant. And I'm terribly biased because I just like her as well. So I'll take Lana/Gold.
Though Emma is turning dark this season, so that could be a lot of fun. She could be a serious contender to the bad people.
She's so excited about it. Yeah. She told me before the season wrapped, she said, I'm going to be evil.
And how did both of you feel when you got to find out that you're playing these two iconic characters, but you're playing them with more depth than we've ever seen before? How did that kind of make both of you feel to know that there's almost a new vision being given to you to present?
Well, it's not a film like you've got a TV show, so you've got more space to be able to flesh out the characters. And I think Adam and Eddie did a really great job sort of taking, biased as I am, taking Cruella and gave her magical powers. They gave her appalling gingivitis and terrible breath so that she could control all the animals. And they spun it out so that they could go different places with it. And that's a real luxury, because if you're trying to tie a whole character into an hour and a half, you're leaving an awful lot of stuff on the floor. Whereas when you've got hours and hours to spin out, they can dig around and just make decisions and make it happen. And they've got that freedom and that creativity to do that. So that was a lot of fun. But we didn't know episode to episode what was going to happen. I didn't know I was going to be in 1920s jazz era, kind of trying to be innocent for a brief moment. We just didn't know how it was going to play out. So you're literally playing the script that's in front of you. If that makes sense.
Ditto.
Like it.
It's true. You don't really know, so it comes at you in pieces. There is it starts with an elation that you're going to play this amazing character, and then you realize that, oh, I really have to perform, and I have to not mess this up. So there's trepidation, and then once the dialogue arrives, you have something to start thinking with. And then you arrive on the set, and you have someone to hit the ball back and forth with, so it just evolves. And then every script that comes in for us is very exciting. And we get excited for ourselves and each other on what we're going to get to do. But there's more of a network of support than you can realize watching a show, because you just see us. But there's the costume designers, and there's a director coming in between every take, telling you what you shouldn't do and what you should do more of. And there's incredible special effects being put in. And so it's we're like...
It's teamwork.
Yeah, I don't know what percentage of that we are, but it's much less than you would think. Yeah, we're probably about 2% of the process.
Yeah, how sad is that?
I know, but we're a hell of a 2%.
We'll take it.
And Kristin from Germany.
Cheers.
David.
Hey, what's happening? Is there if I ask two questions? I know you were in... No, alright. No, I know you were in The Beach years ago. And Robert Carlyle's that. Did you just know each other before that? Because you both just have wee tiny parts
I never met him on The Beach, because he was doing... I was like a glorified extra. I remember when I turned up on The Beach, they said to all of us who were playing the Community, they said, get thin, get brown. I'm Irish. I mean, do me a favour. I don't know how I'm going to do it. So we lived off pineapple, Mekong whiskey, which I can't recommend, and I just had to go out and get tan. And I remember the director of photography came up and said, Victoria, you must stop now, stop. And I'm like, stop what? He said, stop with the freckles, you must stop getting the freckles now. I'm like, how do I stop getting freckles? Talk me through that. So, but I never got to meet Robert then on that job. But we talked about it when we were sitting under a heated tent in Vancouver on set. And I was like, geez, I never met you on that. And he was telling me some hilarious stories from his time on it. And I got to share some of my crazy ones. So it was lovely. I'm like, finally I get to meet you. I've worked with you twice, but I haven't. So he's a cracker.
Okay, thank you. And the next one was focus. What was your favourite chips in the show? Mine's Swampy out there.
What's your favourite chips?
Yep.
Hashtag chips.
Not the ones with the sales.
Well, there's a lot. There's Sea Devil, I'm a big fan of. I was really trying to peddle Crumple.
Crumple?
Not
golden retriever.
I mean Crumple, but yeah, that just sounds like a dessert. So that didn't go down. But I mean, all of them, you could mix and match. I mean, can I not go for Melville?
Melville?
Pardon?
Melville?
Melville, there you go. So, but you could push, because remember, you guys know the characters, but we know the actors, and you'd ship all the actors because they're just divine and delicious and great fun. So, ship them all.
And a question from the lady in front.
What's it like on set?
What's it like on set? Really good food, quite chilly, long hours, great fun.
Green.
Green, yes, it's really green.
So for the special effects, for some reason they have to have the color green behind us, and they use that to put in the castle or whatever room we're in.
Bluff.
So the floor, the walls, everything is this really bright green. And there will only be bare minimum of what we would need as actors to sit on. Yeah, so there'll be a chair, a rug, and the other actors, and that's about it. And there's a lot of people.
But it's great fun because you get to pretend, like, you know, as I hope you do, is you get to pretend because you've got a room of nothing, but then you'll have someone going, okay, the dragon's to the left, the dragon's to the right. And, you know, but what's brilliant is we'd all be looking in different directions because you'd have to give us specific ways because they could say, you know, the dragon's coming down, and I'll be like this, and Mary will be like that, and I'm like, no, that way, the dragon's that way, I can't see the dragon. So it is like being your age and being able to just play in your imagination and feel ridiculous. You do actually genuinely feel ridiculous, and you kind of have to get over that and enjoy the imaginary dragons, this lady, and castles and things and fireballs, and you know, Lana just does that. And then, but what you see, big fireball, when the digital guys have gone in and done their magic.
Question for the gentleman in the middle.
Hi.
Hi.
Big fans, Daughter's huge fan. But with the popularity of Telltale games and stuff like that, has anyone approached the studio about a spin-off or a video game? And would you do the voices?
Ooh, a video game.
It'd be really fun. I know some actors who do them. I don't know anything about it.
I'd so do that.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Could you organise that?
Yeah.
And even that with you. Give me a call Wednesday and tell me where I'm supposed to be, okay? We're in.
Yeah, we'd love that. Because you can show up in your pajamas,
Yes.
no makeup. And
Yeah.
We have a question for the gentleman here in front.
Was the actor of Pinocchio nice? Because he's one of my favourite characters in the show.
Well, there's two of them, isn't there? There's the young one and I mean, I hate to say old, but old one. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, they're
Do you like, which one is your favorite?
The older one.
Uh-huh.
Ian, yeah, they're lovely, aren't they?
Lovely. We had quite a bit of time this year in that one room where we were
Sweaty
torturing
room.
him. Sweaty room
Sweaty
because they
room.
had a real fire.
It's a sweaty room.
And he's lovely. He's really sweet, funny. I did a movie with him years ago, so it was fun to connect with him again. He's great.
And he's great because he will always get into, you know, do you remember the bit where his nose grows? He's like, ugh, and we turned him into the wooden one, and he'll go there. He just goes there, and for every take, he'll be, ugh, you actually think the poor man's in pain, and he's doing, oh God, it's all right, we're just pretending. But he'll absolutely go there. And the young one is a sweetheart, a very, very smart little boy. And anytime our phones broke or we had problems with our computers, we brought it straight to him because he's the new generation and knew what to do. So go to him. Mind you, you're the new generation, you've got that covered.
And a question from the gentleman in the middle.
Hey, I was actually just wondering if outside of Disney, you guys were inspired by any other great villains throughout history for the roles?
Sorry, were we inspired by
Any other villains?
Sorry, Pat.
I just said
by
her.
again.
I just said to her, I'm so glad you're carrying this panel because I have the after lunch brain coma.
I just said to her, I'm so sorry.
So I'm talking to her while you're talking. So I go, Disney movies, villain, go.
Go. Hang on. What about Disney movies? Hit me. Go.
I was going to ask, outside of Disney, is there any other villains that you've been inspired by?
Sorry. Ooh, I would have misled you.
Yes.
Outside of Disney, villains.
Disney villains, or not Disney villains. I kind of love the Breaking Bad fella. He could count, couldn't he? Were you talking films?
I was just wondering, what inspired you while you were partaking in the role of Cruella and Maleficent?
Well, I tried really hard not to watch Glenn Close, though she's one of my favourite actresses in the world, so I've seen all her stuff. I tried not to go back and watch The Dalmatians again because I thought I'll wreck my head thinking I'm stepping into this woman's shoes. But one of my favourite films of all time is hers, Fatal Attraction. It's just, she does bad and evil like no other human being because she makes it almost palatable. I was completely with her. I'm like, burn this bunny, boil that thing, totally do that. And I think that's an amazing talent as an actress to be able to make you think that. And I was sad when he stabbed her in the spoiler alert in the back. I'm like, don't be shooting her in the back. So that would be one of my favorites, to be honest.
And when I got the call to do the scenes as Maleficent, and I think it was the first season, the movie hadn't come out yet, and I was with my mom and driving her around Wisconsin, and I was like, Maleficent. Is she the green one with the horns? So I hadn't seen it since I was 6, probably, and the movie wasn't. So I said, yeah, great, fine. And then when I arrived, they had a whole plan for how she would look. And then the movie, and I had the same feeling that Vic did, is I didn't want to see the movie before going back to play her again. I just didn't want to have anything, I didn't want to be comparing myself or trying to not do something Angelina did, so I didn't watch it. And I did afterwards, and of course she's always brilliant. But it was really more, what's the show? Oh, and I think it may not have even aired yet when I said I'd do it for a season. So for an actor, it's like, when is it? Where is it?
How many nights?
What's the show? What are they paying me? Okay.
That's true.
I have a question here. I have 2 questions. First one, what fairy tale characters would you like to see on the show?
Goofy. That's all I got. I'd like to play him. I think I'd look good in the shoes.
I want Freddy Krueger to show up.
Fairy tale, no.
Oh, okay. Who's left? That's what I've been sort of blank on who they haven't had. Because now I guess they're going to Camelot, and I wonder if that's because it feels like they've had so many.
Okay, what have they not done?
I couldn't think I haven't yet been able to think of one they haven't done.
Yeah, they've done Jafar.
Pocahontas.
Jafar?
They've done that. Mulan, they've not done. Oh, they did Mulan. Missed that. I think
You're
I
going to have to
was
go
thinking
Legoland
of the time.
if it runs long enough. Yeah,
Who would you have? Who would you add to it?
I actually can't think of anything.
There you go! You're as bubbled as you are. Let's just stick with Goofy and be alright with it. Yeah.
And my second question, Victoria,
Yeah.
you're Irish.
Pardon me.
There's a few other Irish actors like Colin O'Donoghue on the set.
Yes.
Did you find yourself gravitating towards those Irish actors that felt some sort of connection to them?
Oh, instantly. I mean, there's no two ways about it. You know, and it's really lovely. You turn up on a set and you don't really know anybody, and there's an Irish fella there. You're like, where is he? Dum, dum, dum. There he is. Howdy, fella. What is there? Oh, great. And then nobody around you understands a word you're saying because you go straight back. And we had a great chat about, sort of Captain Hook and Cruella were having a chat about, geez, it would be great to go back and do Love Hate. Oh God, I love that. And I thought this must look ridiculous from outside. It's our big gangster show. And just really, no, when you go back, when you bring back to your shop, I will. Have you got any tea bags? Geez, I'm out of tea bags. Oh no, hang on. There's an English shop over there. They sell beauties. Come on, fella, come on now. So we do.
And we're like
straight into it.
What are they talking about?
Yeah.
I don't know. It's not so funny. It's adorable.
Is that Gaelic?
Yeah, it's like Gaelic. I heard teabag.
It is, isn't it?
It is. It's like that in the con for me. A few people come up and I'm like, I heard Dracula. I don't know. Like there are about 4 of you that I have no idea what you said to me.
But I bet you smiled and nodded very well.
You seem adorable, but I don't know what the heck you're talking about.